family portraits. We all have them. Not just the glossy ones we hang on our walls, but the ones we hide away too. I'd like to show you a few portraits from my family. They aren't perfect, but they are real, and I love them deeply. And maybe, just maybe, you'll see a little of yourself in their story.
Oh, hi. So, my name is Tamar, but my family calls me, well, they used to call me Tammy. Now, a little bit about myself is I grew up in Las Vegas. I know, hold your applause, I know. But disclaimer, it's not the sparkly kind that everyone thinks of. It's more like the edge of town trailer park kind. I mean, I started working at Denny's when I was 15 just to keep the lights on. Now, one hot August day, a man named Judd Tucker walked in. And so you see, he promised me that I could have a better life, that I could have a real home. I could have a husband and maybe even a family. I was young and I was dreaming, wishing of a way out. So I took it. I left. I thought I was saying goodbye to struggle. Man, was I wrong. I walked straight into a trap. You see, Judd's son, Ed, he did not want to marry me. It should have been the first red flag, but whatever. See, the only reason Ed married me was because his dad would have cut him off otherwise. And I didn't know that till after the wedding. And after the wedding was when the kindness stopped and the bruises came. But I didn't leave because I thought that things would get better. Man, was I wrong? Because it didn't. But then Ed died, and I didn't really know what to feel. I was shocked, numb, maybe even just a little bit free. But before I could even breathe, Judd's other son, Oliver, he walked in and, oh my goodness, you guys, he was so nice, he was kind, he was gentle, and he actually listened. Oh my goodness. So then when he asked me to marry him, I thought this was my second chance. It wasn't. Different man. Same pain. The cycle just repeated. And then he was gone too. 2 husbands in 1 year. And then all eyes were on me. At the funeral, Judd walked in. He grabbed my arm and he pulled me aside and he looked me straight in the eye and he said, "Remember, this still means nothing. You still don't get a dime. No child, no future." And then he gave me a bus ticket back to Vegas. He was handing me some sort of gift. And he told me, "Go home. Your family will even take you back." But joke's on him because I knew the truth. I had no family left. I had nowhere else to go. Just no love, just shame, silence. Do you know what it's like? To feel worthless? To feel used up and left behind? I just wanted to be a mom. I wanted to have a home, to be loved. But now I walk the streets and no one sees me, and I speak. No one hears. But you see, something inside me says that this is not the end. So tonight, I'm gonna face the man who tried to erase me. Because I'm not done yet. Not yet. Hey, I'm Rayab, but most people call me Ray. And I run the Heart Hotel. Maybe you've heard of it. It used to be classy. Grand staircase, marble floors, even dinner parties with silverware and string quartets. Now, well, it's honestly a joke. People rent rooms by the hour, and there's usually someone passed out on the steps. Who knows why? I did what I could. I tried to fix up the place. I repainted the sign. I put ads in the paper, and I even hosted Lions Club luncheons. But you can't polish a place this rotten. The filth goes so much deeper than just stains in the carpet. And this hotel has secrets, deals behind locked doors, greed, violence, corruption. And I know, well, because I've seen it. My job is not just handing out keys and cleaning towels. No, I'm in it. My job is keeping quiet. And in a place like this, you don't just walk away. Anyway, a few weeks ago, 2 men bursted in, begging for a place to hide. They were panicked. And I had no idea who they were, but something in me just decided to help, and I'm so glad I did. So I hid them, and I took them up 3 flights of stairs on the roof, and I hid them behind my old area unit. Then, moments later, 4 men wearing suits that I did know walked in, and the kind of men you do not want to disappoint. Where are they? They barked. I lied. I mean, I had to. So I kept my cool, and I told them that they had ran off. Then I sent the 4 men off in the opposite direction. Immediately after, I ran upstairs, and I told the men that I knew who they were, and I wanted in. Turns out that they were federal agents, undercover, trying to shut this place down. And because of me, they finally had enough. For the first time in years, I finally had a hope. Hope that my identity would not be defined by my body. Then, moments later, they told me, they said, leave a red light outside your window so we know where you are. A red light? Are you serious? Like, all of the shame I've spent years hiding would suddenly be out in the open. A red light be like a billboard, just screaming who I've been. Do you know what it's like to walk through life wearing a label that you didn't choose? To carry your worst moments like a name tag. It's beautiful, isn't it? Columns in the entryway, a kitchen the size of my childhood home, a movie room, a pool, and even a closet with its own laundry. Yeah. It's stunning, but it's not mine. I just clean here. Oh, I'm Ruth, and my home was a little house near Monterrey, Mexico. One cracked roof and one room for 6 kids. But it smelled like warm tortillas, and my mama's laughter spoke every single time. Then, one day, I met Michael. He was lost in the village market, barely spoke any Spanish. I helped him find his way, and before the day was over, he had asked me out. Yeah. He was from Indianapolis, and I had never left Mexico. We were so different, but funny enough, we quickly fell in love. We got married, and I moved to the U.S. And his mother, Naomi, she became like a second mother to me. When her husband died, I stayed by her side. And when Michael got sick, I stayed again. Didn't make it. And after he died, everything changed. Naomi, she shut down. She wanted to go back home. She wanted to go back to Indianapolis. So I followed her. I left everything behind. I left my parents, I left my culture, I left my life. I left everything. We found a tiny apartment, and I found this job. House sitting in Carmel for a man who's hardly ever here. Now, I live in this big house, big mansion, but all alone. When I go to the store, people keep staring at me, and I hear laughter, church bells, birthday songs, and I wonder, what does it feel like to belong? When the night comes, I come back home, and I lie in this white house. And I whisper my husband's name. Michael. Guys, I gave up everything for love. Everything. But now I feel invisible. Does anyone love me? Does anyone even care? this bat, my husband Jared gave it to me. Funny gift, I never really liked baseball. To him it was everything. He loved the game with his whole heart. And I loved him. I loved his laugh, the way he told stories, the way he looked at me like I was the best kid in the city. But most of the time he wasn't home. And when he was, it was baseball, 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 baseball. I knew that going in. I chose it. Sometimes it feels like I'm just some background noise in his highlight reel. That weekend he had a game out of town. Let me stay home, I said. It's just Des Moines. He left, and I promised I'd listen to his game on the radio. Next day, I took the radio outside to the backyard and sat by the heat got to me quick, so I went inside, put on my swimsuit, and jumped in. For a while, I floated, let my thoughts drift. When my phone rang, I thought it was Jared. It wasn't. The voice said, "Is this Beth Lamberton?" "Yes," I said. "This is Ted Davis, owner of Nashville Sounds. I was wondering if you'd join me for dinner tonight." I was confused. Ted Davis? He barely knew me. But he was important. My husband's boss. Maybe he had some news about Jared's future. Sure, I said. Later that night, I walked to the hotel near my house. The suite was beautiful. We had dinner, we talked, laughed. Something felt off. I stepped out onto the balcony, saw my pool, I saw my house, I saw everything. He'd seen me. Suddenly everything made sense. I asked him what he wanted to talk about. He said, "Your husband has talent. I can help him get to the big leagues. I want to know what you're willing to help him get there." My heart dropped. Suddenly, I should have left. I should know. But I was scared. I was caught off guard. I didn't know what to do. So I nodded. I made a choice I regret. One moment I wish I could undo. A single mistake to find the rest of my life. Will I ever be more than that one night?
Hi, I'm Mary, and when I was 12, my mother gave me this soap chest. Inside of it, I filled it with a tablecloth, recipes, even letters to a husband I hadn't even met yet. See, I don't need a big house or riches, just love. A husband I could come home to and he'd tell me he loved me. A family I can grow old with. Then Joe came. He was just a carpenter working on the cabinets in our kitchen. Quiet, kind. I couldn't stop watching him work. And when the job was finished, I cried. I thought I'd never get to see him again. And then the next day, he came back. Told me he had to touch some things up, but what he really came back for was me. He asked me out to dinner, just the corner diner, but I'd follow him anywhere. Within a year, we were talking about marriage. My hope chest overflowed. He invited me over to his shop, told me to design my dream kitchen. I designed everything, from the floors to the walls to the whole layout. Then he got down on one knee, told me that this was just the down payment and he wanted to build us a whole home and be right in the center of it. Of course I said yes, but that feels like a lifetime ago because last night everything changed. An angel appeared to me, told me that I was to have a baby, God's son, I ran and told Joseph, knocking on his door in the middle of the night. He let me in and I told him the words, "I'm pregnant." He didn't hear anything else. Not about the angel, not about God. Just shock, hurt, betrayal. What have you done, Mary? Told me. I thought I knew you. And just like that, my dreams gone. The husband, the home, quiet life. Now I walk through town and I know what they're worth. I don't feel brave. And I don't feel chosen. I just feel scared. God, if this is really your plan, please don't leave me alone to do this.
Look at yourself in the mirror. You like who you see? Or are you like Tammy, Ray, Ruth, Beth, and Mary? Broken, scared, ashamed, alone. You are not alone. I want you, even with your mess, especially with your mess.
I tried so hard to be enough, but he saw me through it all.
You don't have to hide behind your disguise anymore. Pull back the curtain. Let me see you.
I don't have to earn love anymore. I'm wanted. I am you.
There's no room for shame in my open arms. You don't have to keep earning love and arguing.
My hands were empty, but he filled them. He gave me more than I ever thought I deserved.
There's beauty from ashes. It'll come with you.
I thought I had to fix it all. His love did, or I could. My dreams shattered, but he's building something better, and I'm not alone.
Your story isn't over. I can take the pieces and make something beautiful. There's only love in the heart of God. There's only love in my Father's heart.